Welcome back to the Vans US Open of Surfing. Vans, off the wall since 1966, bringing the best on the QS. Together once again on the south side of Huntington Pier, all fighting for crucial qualification points. Ethan Ewing, a rookie on tour this year, is the headliner, as he's still in that top 34 seeding. As we're diving into his story, we've got a little opportunity potentially lining up for Ethan. He'll use priority quickly here. Clean vertical backhand snap. Draws out the bottom turn, late hits it and falls right in front of the pilings. Always a tough place to go down.
Where is he?
He's right in the middle, board wrapped around the barnacles.
Please get out of there.
Ewing was surfing real close to the pier last year and made a lot of big heats. What happened here, Ro?
Well, let's just see the way that this wave sucks him towards that pier, that south swell direction, gets gobbled up over there. He knows his fate. You can see him looking at that pylon and just gets wrapped around it. The leash tangled up there. Those barnacles, they just razor sharp. So,
well, the first ever pro event I won was a 4-star with me, Adriano de Souza, Taylor Knox, and Damien Hobgood in the final. And that same year I won the...
Dino used to compete out here all the time. And I remember one thing Dino said to Chloe before heat. He's like, Tom Curran S's his way through the flats. That's what I want you to do from start to finish. When he was just a little kid, so his fundamentals were solid.
But he hasn't managed to string that all together, but I can't wait for this guy to just catch fire. His potential is so there.
Sammy Pupo now, Ro, getting a full wrap into the pocket on a pretty small wave. Still has a bit of speed, and he'll hop out of there.
Yeah, we spoke about that S turning your way through the flat section. It looked like Sammy has that same approach.
Tudela now. Couple of quick moves on the forehand towards the pier. And now the Peruvian working his way through this inside. Starting to flatten out a bit, but he's hanging in there. Tudela deserves something good on the inside.
Seriously.
A tough section, and he's down.
A for effort there.
To kick off the season. Almost got a perfect 10, but said definitely one of his best waves he's ever ridden on the North Shore of Oahu. Callinan now winding up, tail high, nice extension off the lip, but can't come down with the landing.
Wow, I was holding my breath, hoping to see him pop out of the white water on his feet.
Next wave setting up for Ethan Ewing. First turn, it will kind of slow him down a bit, so he'll throw the rest of the wave away. But I love when it gets mixed up a little bit with the air game. How close did he come to landing this one?
So close. Let's just see how this wave went down. Just the fact that he was rotating, riding backwards, but you can see that he wasn't able to spin that board around. Just impressive what these athletes are able to achieve.
Sammy Pupo's been lucky enough to get the call from his big brother and tag along at some big events around the world. He's had trips to Tahiti at a very young age. Remember we saw him surfing some of the reefs out there.
So you actually can sort of hover over the lineup and watch people, you know, go through the pilings or slam into barnacles or catch incredible waves. I mean, there's just lots of options down here, but it is filling up, and this is what we expect with the US Open. So now's the time.
You can hang over the railing and check it all out. That'd be where I would be sitting for sure.
Poor man's helicopter all day long, and Ethan Ewing up and riding. Sort of replay. Look at the flow that he has on his backhand. Just linking all of those moves together. You mentioned that back arm, that's just so reminiscent of Andy Iron surfing. Love seeing what this guy is capable of when he stands up on a wave. Links it all the way through to the inside, so probably Ethan's best wave. Then Ryan. Power surfing de jour. Let's see if he gets that snap in there. Throws the tail. Where is that inside connection? Just fails to see that one all the way through.
And Federico was cheering Ryan on all season long last year. But now Tudela winding up for an air reverse. Hangs onto that rail to get the landing. And now he's thinking about a reform. We know he can do it. He dry docked the last wave with absolutely no help from the wave. And look at that, he's earned it. This time more of a section to work with, and he'll snap it shut. He won't be able to pull that one off. Catching up with Pupo on his backside. Snap out the back. See how smooth he can be through the flats. Super smooth. Still has some board speed. It's not going to open up again, so he's out of there. He earned a 6.33. Also catching up to Ryan's wave during the break.
Yeah, let's see what he got done. Wow, big air reverse. Just fails to make that. And those are kinds of maneuvers that Ryan can do in his sleep. Like, seriously, he's got that on lock.
So talented above the lip. Watching Ewing needing a score to get back into the top 2. So smooth, climbs it, and a solid closeout finish. Everything in perfect placement on that last wave. He has to go prone for the reform. Got back up without a problem. Now just looking for a finish. Still scored as the same wave. He'll jam it shut. And coming down with transition with Miguel Tudela. So this heat's getting nice and scrappy. We've had multiple lead changes. Tudela's starting to find his feet through the reform. That one's going to drop him off there with 8:45 to go. Such an amazing read on that wave, Rosie. Let's have a look at this one of Miguel Tudela.
Yeah, Miguel had that 6.33, saw him into the lead. Big maneuver there and is able to ride out of it.
Catching up to Callinan live as he's already through the pier. We'll see what he had out the back, if anything. Because looks like Ryan will be chasing down a score. Last of Ethan Ewing just locked in at an 8.47. A huge combination to go all the way to first. Tudela drops to second. And now Ryan on this last wave was hoping for a 4.9. Things continue with Samuel Pupo. Clean flow to beat his section. He's down.
He comes back with an 8.47. Let's get to know this wave of Ethan Ewing. This turn right here, snap. Just a well-read section. And then gets the prone and finds this inside connection. And this turn too, I'd take nothing away from what he got done on the inside. That wave starting to stand up. It's an 8.47, well deserved. And this is the wave we wanted to see out the back from Ryan Callinan. Needing to fight back 2 huge turns to shoot the pier. I mean, wow, 5.8 required from Ryan. I'm going to put myself out there and say that it would be well deserved if he got that score, because that surfing was sharp.
Like your style, Rosie. Committed in the pocket with the pilings coming up. Stomped it solid. Last of Callinan, 6.77, back to second. Here's Tudela now fighting for an advancement again. Ooh. And he'll get tangled up off the roof. It looked like we were just going to have a consistent battle against some big names. A former champ in Alejo Muniz, a former finalist in William Cardoso, and Tanner Hendrickson. So 3 big names that have finaled here. And now more pressure on Sammy Pupo. Miguel Tudela just takes a look. He's up and out. It's the tough part of seeing him fall in the last wave. He's out of rotation with priority. So check out a little surf movie here from the Heat Recap. Ethan Ewing, rookie on tour from Stradbroke Island in Australia. One of the most exciting surfers to enter the draw last season. Back for more. Always smooth. Got away from the pier on that opening exchange. And just looking at his scoreline, he just kept improving on his numbers.
Yeah, definitely. Miguel just throwing down some high performance surfing. He was in the mix in this heat until Ethan Ewing just started dominating it with this power move right there. The best wave of the heat so far. That 8.47, well deserved. And then Ryan Callinan just came back fighting for his qualification through this heat. This wave right here, that 6-point ride.
With the ocean, bottom dropped out and he took the lead. 2:10 to go, and we see a couple of forced turns from Tudela. Ever since that fall, he's just feeling the sense of urgency to come back here.
7.04, excuse me, but that is so doable.
And now seeing the wind up from Ryan Callinan. Clean off the bottom, off the top surfing there. Got to battle in that classic Board Riders Club. There's free surfers like Craig Anderson.
Matt Hoy.
There's so many talented surfers that Ryan got to be inspired by growing up. How'd you like this last wave?
Yeah, great transition through these turns. 6.77, 6.4. Did he just improve his situation with that last ride? I mean, could be possible.
That Sammy Pupo could be on his final wave. 2 backside turns, now trying to flow through the flats.
Yeah, this flow from Sammy is so impressive. S-turning.
Always smooth, doesn't have much to work with on the inside. So Pupo, Ethan ends up leaving this heat with an 8.47. Callinan's last the 6.4. And they take those top 2 spots to move on into the next one. So Ethan representing the top 34. Callinan was there last year.